In today's episode, I'm going to be doing some maintenance on my water heater. Yeah, this is a water heater right here. Stay tuned and I'll tell you more about my off-grid, on-demand water heater and a little bit of maintenance that I have to do for the first time in the 7 years it's been installed, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host Jerry Hansen. For those of you who have been following my show from the beginning, you saw an episode where I actually installed this Bosch on-demand water heater. This is a propane style water heater. It vents through the roof and it doesn't require any electrical or battery operation for it at all. What happens is when the cold water flows up through here, it turns a little servo or turbine which generates a little electric spark which causes the ignition of the burners for the water heater to heat the hot water, and the hot water flows right on out. My problem is that I'm having today is we are on a well, and with that, depending on the seasons, we get a little bit of sediment. So I'm having to go through and clean out my screens on all my water faucets periodically, like this water faucet right here. I just had to clean the screen out the other day. But I noticed my water pressure is significantly decreased on the hot water side. Not the cold water. Cold water is fine once I clean the screens out, but then that indicates that my water heater, the built-in screens in the water heater, they are getting clogged with sediment. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how I clean this out. It's a really easy, simple process. So long as you had this set of valves installed. This is a special set of valves for doing maintenance on a standby water heater. It's mainly for running muriatic acid through on a pump, and it cleans out, if you have hard water, it cleans out calcification that builds up in the lines there and just cleans out all of your lines. Now, when I installed this unit, please note where it sets, right above the utility sink. I had a utility sink installed here, and I put the water heater over the utility sink. That way, if ever the water heater fails and has a leak, the leak goes right into the utility sink and drains right out of the house and doesn't flood the house at all. So my insurance people love this idea because there's not going to be any water damage. And changing out or removing the water heater for servicing or replacing is so simple. All you have to do is twist that counterclockwise and lift up. That's the chimney. Turn off the cold water service valve and the hot water outlet valve. And then you can, well, this is the gas valve in which the gas line comes in. This one goes to the dryer because I have my dryer running on propane. But this is the gas valve which services the water heater. Then I've got these unions here. And so you disconnect this from this feature. You disconnect that from this feature, and you can disconnect the gas union, and the water heater just lifts up and removes from the wall. And then you just replace it with another system by hooking it right back up to the same features. So this is a whole house water heater. It runs on propane only, and again, it doesn't use any electricity. And it's serviced us great for the last 7 years since it's been installed. So let me show you the tools I'm going to use to clean this out. I'm going to use this little hose valve, and then I'm going to use this a washer. This is a hose that goes on the back of your washing machines. I have another set of these I keep on hand at all times, just in the event that one should break. So this one is very useful for this purpose. The other thing you need is the garden hose. That's right. So we're gonna attach the pieces to this, run it in there, hook it up, and then we'll flush the system. Okay, I got my hose with my valve on it. I'm gonna attach this washer hose to it. Okay. I'm gonna turn off my cold water, turn off my hot water, open these up. And then we're going to put this on the hot water side, because I want to reverse flow the water through the system, because we're going to be pushing what has been going up through this direction and down. We're going to backflow it and push it out, so it's going to clean it out of the screen. So make sure that's tight. And we got to open this red valve. A lot of valves. And then open this blue valve. And install my second hose. Now make sure there's no screens in there, because you want the debris to flush out into the sink. So we're going to put that there. Turn the valve on. And then turn it off. And then disconnect your hoses. Put the garden hose back outside because it's making me nervous. And just put everything back on. Turn this valve off. Put that back on my valve set. Open that up. Take this off. Close that. Be sure you close those, because when you turn your water main on, you're going to have water going through the system again. To get it bled through, I just open it up here. And there's the indicator when we let water through. That little light indicates we got hot water. Now the test is the kitchen sink to see if it does have water pressure. Yay! It's no longer a trickle. It works. So now I just have to put my hoses back away, stored appropriately where they need to store. And I'm done with this job. I guess the appropriate thing for me to do on a system like this is to install a whole house filtration system and just change the filters periodically. I think that's what I'll do this year. I'll focus on putting a filtration system, because this is the first time in 7 years I had to do this on the water heater. I've done the muriatic acid, or actually it was vinegar, because it's still the same thing. Just acid to break down that calcification hard water. And but I didn't think that it was the flow problem was caused by sediment built up. So we fixed it. Easy fix. And it was free. Well, that's it on this. I'm Jerry Hansen, your host on the Bosch water heater, on-demand water heater maintenance for, an off-grid homestead water heater setup. Please stay tuned to more videos. You could do that by subscribing, clicking that bell icon that alerts you to new videos as I upload them. Please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and share our videos on your social media platforms. That helps us out a lot. By the way, you can also follow us on social media. I'm currently uploading to Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Reddit, Blogger, and Tumblr. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.